All right, your turn, Endall.
Yeah, let me hide
It's
this.
only 3 a.m.
Not for Endall, it's
Speed
not.
round.
Right.
Yeah, it's just about midnight for me.
There's a reason we were able to save Endall for last.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm not too sleepy, but I can't say that I'm not too drunk.
Well, I fit
That
both
sounds
categories
promising.
there, Endall. So if I say
Right.
something, and do fiend with the cheer, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
It's awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Klesso, you can stop sharing so
Mm.
Endall can. And Halo starting the hype train. Thank you guys.
All right, let me go ahead and share my desktop.
Gig. RNGesus, it's late. Hey, you're in the Midwest. It's not late for you. Us East Coasters are just effed.
It's okay.
Gig
I
and
got it.
Manuel with cheers, thank you.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go use the little
Yep.
boys' room, and I'll be right back.
And Kobe Girl with the cheer, thank you.
Kobe girl, what's up? Kobe girl's
Right.
in my guild.
Oh,
Can you
that's
guys
right.
can you guys see my desktop?
We can. They will be able to in
All right.
just now. They can. Yeah. So we can see it.
I like your title, by the way. It's nice. No equal.
Yeah, I've had that for a while.
Accurate.
Haven't changed the Wampa portrait though. That's ever since it came out. That's been my
Sure.
portrait.
I've been really so.
Probably why they let you into. Oh yeah, you're in my guild too, aren't you, Endo?
Yeah, I know. Hotscape Patrol. Yeah.
He is. He is.
I pay so little attention to guild things. Whoops.
Same here. I mean, did you realize that we lost our TW today by only 2 banners? I just found that out about an hour ago.
By 2.
Yeah, by 2.
So, our alt guild won by I think it was 12. Won by 12 banners
Wow.
today. Yeah.
Someone sent me a message with the final score. They might be watching this stream now, anyways. They're like, "Hey, good territory war," and I was like, "Oh, did I face you?" I had no idea. I just don't pay attention. The territory wars, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, same here. All right.
I do get in, and I do my best on attacks for sure. Like I don't just mess around, but
Yeah, I try to one-shot everything in territory war at least. All right, so today we are facing D Hunter, 626k lifetime banners. He's a German guild, and he always likes to go in the last hour. So he obviously hasn't gone. So I have to set a decently high score to put pressure on him.
Yep.
So at my level, I've got 3 GLs, so I usually face guys with 3 GLs. So this guy doesn't have Ray. I don't have Sith Eternal,
Okay.
but it's pretty decent in terms of modding and all that. So yeah, let's see what he's done. The one thing I would say about him is he's been pretty predictable in terms of defenses. I did analyze his last 3v3 season, and from what I see in the front zone, he's pretty much been consistent with what he's set in the past. So let's do a quick defensive review, and then we can go over to the attack phase. So as you guys know, my style is I prefer to keep 3 GLs, all my 3 GLs on offense, and I like to keep a uniformly tough defense for the other squads.
Yeah.
Which I think is quite important in 3v3, especially at my level where there's not as much depth in the roster. I feel that if I can stretch my opponent's roster enough, I can prevent the full clear. And that's what I did in the first 2 battles as well. I kept all my GLs on offense, and first guy was able to clear 2 zones, second guy was able to clear 3 zones. I'm hoping I'm able to prevent a full clear here also, but let's see if that works out. So I've kept DR, Padme, Gas, Rex, all teams that I've seen that my opponent has struggled on in the past. And then at the back, I have my fast Shark T, 356 or 358, something like that, with Luke and Old Ben. And then I've got CLS, Finn, and then I've kept my Bad Batch over here with a 300 speed Echo. I'm hoping that my opponent hasn't faced a Bad Batch before and might struggle against that, but let's see. I know that Calvin got a couple of holds against G11 Bad Batch as well, so I'm hoping that...
it was actually Smodern in chat earlier today said that he won because of it.
Yeah.
And his was G11.
Yeah, so if people see G11 Bad Batch, they don't really know how it works out. They may underestimate it, take a low-level team, and that might surprise them, especially if all other teams are really highly relict. That might surprise them.
Right.
And then I kept a Poe with the vets over here. That team is really not meant to hold. It's just supposed to strip banners. I'm guessing my opponent might take troopers against it, but might just strip some banners over there. And then a few more uniformly tough teams over here. I've got Mon Mothma with the Biggs and Kara, both of whom have got anti-Empire synergy for troopers. I've got Grievous, Nest with Dooku and Newt. First Order, Hux, and then I've got Treya, which did pretty well for me in the last 3v3 season. I know a lot of people prefer Treya on offense, but I've got G12 Treya team, and people tend to underestimate it.
Every once in a while, I like to put Treya on defense just because people don't know how to fight it.
Yeah.
Like Jedi Knight Raven, Jedi Knight Raven countered it fairly easily, but outside of that, people just don't know.
Yeah, they're not used to facing it on defense, and in 3v3 they've got tons of synergy together.
Right.
So then I've kept the negotiator on defense over here. He typically keeps his own negotiator on defense, so he's going to use the malevolence against that, and finalizes the second ship he uses. And this is a Gambit theory craft. You guys guided me through this earlier today to keep the Radis on defense. It's the first time I'm keeping the Radis on defense. That's my favorite ship. I always keep it on offense, but I've kept the Radis with the Houndstooth and with Clone Sergeant as a reinforcement. So let's see if that holds. So my opponent has kept pretty much the same teams that I've seen in the past. So Rex, GK with Jolie. There's a Maul team, Sisters. Nothing really that tough.
Do you have your Kylo to solo that Rex team? Like OG Kylo?
OG Kylo against this Rex? Huh.
Yeah.
I do have the OG Kylo, but I didn't know that he could solo this Rex team.
Against the G12 Xaereth. Like, if the Xaereth actually starts hitting like R3, R4, R5, it's a lot tougher. But against the G12 Xaereth,
yeah,
OG Kylo, if you have enough offense on him, actually does it fairly easily.
Oh, nice. Yeah. We can revisit that. I was having some other team in mind for that, but we can revisit it if we run short of teams, which I doubt. I mean, my opponent typically doesn't keep GLs on defense. He sometimes keeps SLKR, but if he does, he keeps it in the front. So since I don't see any SLKR on defense in the front, or any GLs in the front, I doubt whether he has any GLs at the back. So my plan is to use Rey against this DR team over here.
Makes sense, yeah.
And I'm going to use the JTR against this CLS squad. And then we'll see if Klesso can laugh at me when it fails.
I'm not going to laugh. I want it to work out great for you.
I think it will work out because it's not a tenacity modded 3PO and Chewie. So let's get started off with that battle, actually.
Yeah, that's always a good one to start with.
Yeah.
As I tried to do, and then realized they didn't place that team.
All right, so let's hope that Days lands over here. Oh, no Days. Okay, that might be a problem. But let's keep going after. Excellent, stun landing. That's the next best thing. So I'm going to do this now. I wait for CLS to go into the non-tenacity mode before I try to land stuns on him.
Right.
Yep.
There we go. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Bonus stun.
So I think, Klesso, the difference between the teams that I face and you face is the guys that you face mod CLS and Chewie for against these kind of counters. Which is what
I think you're just better than me, personally.
That's not the case.
Yeah. So I think the difference between you and I is
I'm better.
The essential difference here.
No,
There are a
I'll be the
lot of
first.
differences, but the main one.
So I'll be the first to acknowledge that the caliber of opponents that you guys face in Division 1 and for the kind of rosters that you guys have, they're way more serious about modding and way more serious about their roster in general than the kind of opponents that I face, who are more casual, more free to play.
Well, you know what part of it is? And it's
Guilds.
that we face a lot of the guilds that require a certain modding, and a lot of people are too lazy to change that modding.
Yeah.
And so we just face what their guild requires for their modding for TW.
Yep.
Which, granted, is pretty effective a lot of times.
Well, so it's effective when you use the comp that the guild wanted to use, like. But like the First Order Kylo versions, I remember when we were in Nova, and I can say this because we don't have Nova anymore. It's like our DR modding I would never use in Grand Arena. Because it was effective when you're using it against, what you expect somebody to use, like, very highly skilled opponents to use, but, like, gas or any of the basic counters would have killed us, except for we knew that our opponents were going to have gas on defense. So it's like,
Yeah. I think being in those kind of guilds which guide you to mod a certain way definitely helps, and most of the opponents that you guys are facing are from those guilds, those kind of guilds anyway. So just took out a Darth Revan with the Ray. I still have both my other GLs for the back. I doubt whether he has any GLs at the back, but I felt that I could, since my opponent doesn't have a Ray of his own, I felt that I could spare my own Ray against the Darth Revan. It was a not really well-modded Darth Revan. I could have probably taken my Vader Thrawn against it, but I wanted a sure thing. So because then I would have ended up wasting Ray on something else weak at the back anyway. Okay, so rest of this.
I think that was wise.
Yeah,
overkill is underrated is my motto. Okay,
sometimes.
So yeah, mostly. So against the crew team, since I've used up my JTR, I'll probably use my BAM against that. BAM, I think, is a really good counter against all sorts of first order and separatist squads.
Yeah. So
just because.
Oh, sorry. That counter messes with JTR a lot more than other first order counters as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because these guys stun and debuffs really don't affect them, because IG-11 just goes ahead and dispels all of that anyway.
Right. Sheds the debuff that you put on him anyway.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see you going after this comp, actually.
What's that?
This is punching higher than I would normally want to try with Beskar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid for you, actually.
I felt that I've used this before against crew, but might have been some other comp. Let's find out whether it'll work. Well, there we go. Let's use a healing immunity and start stunning them. I think the main thing is once you get rid of Red Trooper, then you're good.
Yeah.
Well, I can 5 be safer, but I don't know if you're gonna have enough birds for crew.
I got 12.
Well,
for this,
for red.
Right, I'm talking about red. Now once you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get healing immunity on these guys too with those birds.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, and he does true damage, so that just Kylo and crew I've taken out many times, no problem at all. Red was the main danger.
Yeah, and now that you have it to this point, I think you can.
Yeah. It's I mean, I didn't really use it. I think I haven't used it with red in there before, but it seems pretty safe as long as red doesn't take out Mando before anything happens. All right, who should I go for? Let me get rid of Kylo Ren. Use the one with the AoEs.
Nice.
Let me take care. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see over here. It's mostly a guaranteed 54.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Endel.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, any first order squad in 3v3, BAM is like a hard counter. Doesn't matter if Hux is in there, or Red Trooper, or how the Kylos are modded for defense, health, and all that. It's a pretty hard counter.
That's nice to see, because now I can swap out Bam and Padme and say put Padme on defense and use Bam for offense.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've been using Padme for.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Padme is just going to give you 51, 52 banners, and if you can get 54
And it's harder
banners
on
against.
defense.
Exactly,
Well,
yeah.
If you have other teams that can be traded. Like, that's the problem. If you don't have a lot of teams that can be traded on defense, Padme is just kind of like, oh, look, there's 51, but it was an easy win.
Yes and no, because if Padme's on defense, sure, you can trade it, but then that's about it. Whereas if Bam's on defense, you can use bugs, you can use...
Oh, Bam is awful on defense. I agree there, yeah.
So this Grievous squad is a little weird. There's no B1 or B2 in there. I could have probably used my sisters against it, but I just wanted to overkill it. I think I can spare my Jedi squad, I think. So I'm just going to go and try to get Grievous down as soon as I can. I think I can afford to do this.
Yeah, you still got...
I'm actually surprised he didn't just mark Grievous there.
Yeah.
I didn't have Mark ready because I think he was under stealth at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the mark that I saw was Grievous giving it on the stump.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
I don't really know what this Sun Fact does over here. I mean,
fills out a team. Like that's that sad.
I'm guessing we're gonna see B1 and B2 somewhere else.
Yeah, B1 is in a squad up above.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. We've got JKL in there.
Oh, yeah.
And
JTR Watt.
And JTR Watt. That's a GOM special, isn't it? He
uses
it with
his is with a scav,
scavenger. Scavenger.
So this is a variant actually that Cubs always wants to do, because I told him about the one with scav, and then he wants to. He's decided to use the Vet Han in there instead. So it's kind of funny to see.
So instead of an R7.
All right, so I definitely want to take Vader against the JKL.
Instead of an R7 death-dealing maniac. Yeah.
Right. Okay, got it.
Let's see how fast these guys are. So the Shock T is at 266. Oh my god.
That's a slow
travesty.
Shock T.
It takes effort to get her below 300. 251. All right, so I think Vader should be fine.
So he's
Vader...
got quality speed mods.
Yeah, you can make out. So Vader, Thrawn, who else do you think I should take in over there?
I
want to use Piet for a trooper team somewhere.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't waste Piet. I wouldn't waste Gideon.
Yeah. I mean, if Shakti was fast, maybe I would have considered Gideon, but Vader, Thrawn, and...
Hold on, we just did this today. Vader, so here's the problem. I should have known this, but it's late and I'm drunk. For this, what? Did you stop? Oh, no, hold on. The screen stopped sharing. Give me a second here. Somehow I left.
I'm looking at it on Discord, but it's not on Twitch.
Yeah, somehow I got disconnected from the thing. So give me a second so that everybody else can see it. There we go. The problem with this is, how is that Jedi Knight Luke modded?
He is modded for offense.
Okay, so those are low numbers. One of the reasons you use Watt in this team is because of the weapons tech ignores defense.
Mm.
So you guarantee a good hit by Vader without Watt in the team, because that's Grandmaster Yoda too. That's not Hermit.
Yeah. I mean, I could use Watt. I don't know if I'll be using him elsewhere.
I mean, if you can fracture Jedi Knight Luke.
Well, that's the other thing, because if your Thrawn's gonna go. What's their Yoda speed?
260 something. I don't know, very low. I mean, both Thrawn and Vader are gonna go
254. Because Shakti was 260 something. So, well,
I guess I can spare Watt. I mean, I've got 2 GLs to spare on the other guys.
Well, let's figure this out. Do you need Watt in the top, or would you want Watt in the top? I guess I should ask.
So the only place I was considering Watt was this Rex Barris team, but I can use Gideon in there because Gideon works pretty well with Rex and Fox as well.
Yeah.
With Crew and Fox. I was going to use Crew against the Rex team with Watt.
Oh, that's overkill. So I don't think you need Watt there.
Yeah, I don't think I need Watt anywhere else.
If you don't need Watt anywhere else, use Watt as the third.
Yeah.
And give the weapons tech and just kill. Make sure you kill Luke in one saber throw and be happy.
Yep. Let's do that. Okay, so weapons tech to Vader.
Yep.
Do the merciless on Luke.
Yep. Now force crush over shock.
On shock, so she can't counter.
So she doesn't counter. And let's get rid of Luke.
Excellent. 320k, not bad.
Oh, wow. I'm just gonna fracture.
Perfect.
I don't know if that'll count. Yep, a little bit lost, but that's fine.
Hey, that's the hardest team on the board, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I still have both my GLs.
Yeah. 53 against the hardest team on the board is not a bad thing at all.
Yeah. What else do we have? I haven't even noticed the other team. So there's a B1, Django, Poggle.
But G12, so... And like that old Ben team at G12 is not as threatening as...
I can use Geos versus that easy. I think
right.
The Dispel, that works best. So definitely Brood Alpha and Spy. I'm wondering if I should take Sunfac or Soldier. Sunfac probably, right, for the Dispel on basic?
So how much crit chance does your Alpha have?
Alpha or you mean for the Dispel?
Yeah.
Not much, I think. Just 37%. I think I'll need Sunfac.
Oh, I hate bringing Sunfac in this, but yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but...
You think Soldier makes more sense? Or...
Well, Soldier ramps Spy up that much faster.
Are you going against?
Well, against the Old Ben, Spirit, and Droideka team.
Yeah, the evasion team.
I mean, Spy can also Dispel and hit.
Yeah, but so one of the things that makes Geos is they take a ton of turns, and Soldier.
Yeah, and Soldier gives TM. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, let me just go in with this. I think it'll be fine.
And real quick,
those guys
are Obi-Wan and Timmy. Thank you for the follows. We had 2 like in a matter of seconds.
Wow. Okay. Let's just work on old Ben for now, and then we'll get the big hit up. Oh, damn. Ability block. But that's fine. This Droideka is not that threatening. It's only a G...
Right. Because Ben is the only relic one here.
Yeah.
And your Brute's taunting, so who cares?
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter.
Worst case scenario, you bring him right back.
Okay, let's do this. Get rid of him, and then we can do the big hit on Droideka when it comes around. There we go. I think everyone is at full health, full protection. There we go. Okay.
Nice.
That's done. Man, I feel like my battles have way less tension than you guys.
Mine would have felt a lot better if I didn't fail on stupid Screamlord.
Well, yeah,
but
mine would have been a lot less tense if I didn't use JTR on the wrong team.
But that's what makes battles interesting. I mean, like I've said, the caliber of opponents you guys face is it just makes it so much more closer, the battle. All right, so let's. I think I wanted to use Moff Gideon and crew in this squad versus Rex. So this is something which I've used once before and it worked out pretty well. So I'm going to use crew and Fox with the Moff Gideon. And the reason I'm using Moff Gideon is because of the permanent. Let's see. Let me get to Empire first. Get Moff Gideon out there. Right. And the reason I'm using Moff Gideon over here is because of the permanent debuffs that he gives.
Demoralize.
Yeah.
Demoralize. Yeah. That means that every time crew uses a basic, he's going to taunt. So I don't need Watt in there to keep the persistent taunt. As long as I'm keeping, as long as I'm using a basic with crew, he is going to be he's going to be taunting. So.
And you can do enough damage with Fox without the weapons tech?
Yeah, more than enough. The other advantage of having Moff Gideon is that he has armored shred. So after a little while, there's more than enough armor shred applied to start ignoring damage on fives. So that's another advantage of having Gideon in there.
Nice.
Should I just go after Rex? Kill him twice?
I would.
Yeah, that might be the easier way.
As long as you can keep that taunt for sure on crew.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best thing about Gideon over here. So see, even tenacity up is not going to get rid of the demoralize. So I just need to keep doing basics with crew, and it's perfectly fine. And at the same time, I keep stacking up with Fox. Let's just take care of him. Let's just do a daze. Okay, there we go. Sacrifice.
Nothing.
And yep.
That's awesome.
That tickled a bit. It'll be a 53 or a 54. Basic. Always remember, just use the basic. Yeah, I think it's going to be 53. There's no way I'm going to recover these banners. But that's fine.
It's still awesome. You get to save your Watt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one advantage. I mean, if you face these kind of teams, any clone team, even if Echo isn't there, you get to save your Watt and you find a use for Gideon. All right, what else do I have? Let's see, which is the next toughest team that I can use a non-GL counter against? I still have my troopers. What's the best team that I can use troopers against? Oh, maybe the Mon Mothma. Yeah.
Yeah, just take out Wedge first.
Yeah, don't allow them to take a turn. Yeah. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Alright, let's give this to Dark. Take out Wedge first. Wow, this is like cheating. That was a 10-second victory. What? 14 seconds.
That trooper team is so disgusting.
I know. All right. What else do we have?
I was going to ask if you had Nest available, but I was muted, so...
No, Nest is on defense. I like keeping Nest on defense in 3v3s. It forces opponents, at least at my level, to take to at least consider the team a little more carefully. And I like to hide Nest behind people who stealth or under a new team like Dooku and Newt or something like that. Okay, what else do I want to use over here? What else do I have? Let me just rearrange this stuff a bit. got a couple of GLs that I can overkill something with. I've got my Han and Chewie. So the advantage of going first is you get to pressure your opponent by putting up a high banner score. Especially in the case of my present opponent who likes to go in the last hour. So that's one advantage. Okay, so I have Kylo, I've got JML, I've got Han and Chewie, I've got my Basti Wampa. What else do I have? I've got Sisters, which, I've got this squad. This is one of my favorite squads in 3v3, just because of the potential to get 54. Django, Poggle, and B1. I think I can use them against one of the sister squads. Maybe this one. I think against Talzin, especially given that it's a G12 Talzin, I can probably use the Poggle team against that.
So if you have Django Relic, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Django is R5, and he's modded for damage, and he's pretty fast. He's 298. So he's going to go, I think, before these sisters, and hopefully get rid of Talzin right away. So I'm going to focus on Talzin. Man, that is excellent.
I'm going to focus on Talzin. Gone.
Wait, Talzin was in this comp?
Right.
He said a 2-man defense.
He didn't even get to burn the witches because Daka was almost dead.
That's why I love this team. Especially against any sort of Night Sister comp. If you've got a fast Django, the amount of offense that Poggle gives, both on his lead and his unique, it's simply amazing. And B1 is there just to ensure that Poggle ends with full health and full protection.
Right. Well, and Django also immediately has his contract, which is just more damage.
Right.
Oh
so,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the other thing, the instant contract. Okay, what else do I have? Let's see. I want to make sure that I have enough teams. Got Night Sisters for a low banner victory, maybe a 51. I've got Basti Wampa. Oh, I've got my own. I've got my own bounty hunters as well. Let's see. What can I bounty hunter over here? Let's see. Well, maybe the General Kenobi squad. I could probably use Grief.
There's no real
Mando
damage on that, yeah.
I mean,
there's no
Ahsoka might
damage.
do a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, she could. She doesn't have 60 mods.
Yeah.
But I think with
the
Boss
protection
Lead,
regen, yeah.
Yeah, with Boss Lead, I think it should be fine. Yeah, let me
It's a really
try
weird
that.
team.
It is, yeah. Yeah, let me try it out.
I don't know what I'm doing with the rest of my characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so
And Talladega Nights where his hands keep going up.
yeah. So it's easy to make fun of that, but at the same time, in terms of you need 14 teams, like this isn't the worst team that you put down. You know, like my Bo-Katan, ISC, and Gar team was worse than this team.
It was. No contest.
I mean, it's, so I can't make fun of it too much. Granted, my defense had 3 GLs on it, so there was a reason, but, you know.
I thought that we were streaming so we could be judgy, but okay.
Well,
I guess we'll be understanding and kind instead. Fine.
I'm in a better mood because I know I won already. If I was waiting until 5 p.m. tomorrow to see, because my opponent wouldn't attack, it's different.
Yeah, my guy won't attack till late. My alt, I got a really good score on my alt, and then my opponent, I was like, oh, he didn't attack yet. But then I looked, and he just failed twice and quit.
Ugh. I mean, that's good, but
yeah,
my alt.
I would have never known if I hadn't looked now. I won't be able to look tomorrow. Probably, I'd have just assumed he just didn't attack.
Yeah, My alt has I have to attack tomorrow, and I have kind of an uphill climb. I thought I won because I thought I trapped him because I placed 2 GLs on defense in Darth Revan, and I got 2 55s in the front zone. I was like, oh, he used 2 of his GLs. I won this, and then he got to my right and beat it for 48.
Yeah, I should just auto it.
Just for fun.
Yeah, I could have autoed it probably after I annihilated Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Man, Gar and Mando are so much fun. Not Gar, this guy, Grief and Mando.
Yeah. Hey, 54.
They're so good, man.
Yeah, especially against all these timeout kind of teams, as long as you recognize them and,
Right.
This particular team actually does really well against the Grievous comp as well, with the B1 and B2. There's no taunt in there, so it's very easy to just target B1 and get your contract off and just annihilate Grievous right off the bat. It's pretty easy to get.
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I've got 4 teams left. I've got 2 GLs and 1, Han and Chewie. I still need to figure out the 4th team. Let's see what else I have. I've got Sisters. I've got Wampa with. Oh, you know what? I can use Hermit Yoda in here. Hermit Yoda, Basti, and Wampa is a favorite team of mine.
Well, you should try Stormtrooper Han, Watt, and Wampa, huh?
Actually, yeah. Since I suggested that team, maybe I should try that. Who should I use it against? That's the question.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I ended up winning, so I'm not gonna hold you to that team. And I'm 90% sure it's probably just because I have a bunch of B mods on that team.
Let me see if this Poggle team. Yeah, maybe I can use it against that. Oh, I don't have Watt anymore, so Stormtrooper Han is not going to be taunting. So I'll have to use Basti, Hoda, and Wampa against one of these teams. JTR. She's going to taunt, but.
So wait, what is the team? Basti, Watt,
Basti, Hoda, and Wampa. Yeah.
So JTR, I use it as a counter to everything, but JTR is a counter to Bastila.
What else do I have?
Maybe yours is solo.
Well, no, because I mean, that's fair. Like I said, I use it for everything, but I mean, even before Relics came out, I was using it as a counter to Bastila. Not saying that. So there's plenty of counters where you use it on offense, you win, and then on defense, the opposite is the counter. But
yeah, I mean, Geos and Night Sisters is a very good example of that, where both of them counter each other.
Right, exactly.
I don't like that healing immunity from JTR. And if Han gets weapon stick, that could get ugly. Maybe the Poggle.
Well, Han won't get weapon stick. Against?
So well, real quick, just Watt is going to give out the tank tech to JTR, and then the med pack to Han. Like that's the order of operations for Watt.
Okay. I mean, I could probably use SLKR against that, and then my Jedi Master Luke against any one of these squads. Maybe Newt, since he tends to be more irritating, and then maybe my Kira, Han, Chewie against the Maul squad.
And what's the other squad? Geos? Oh,
yeah, no, the other squad is the weakest one, the Poggle with E1.
Right. Oh, I mean, you can basically at G12 you can almost use anything against that, right?
Yeah, I think I'll probably use Bast. Yeah, there's no taunt in there. I can use Basti, Wampa, and Hoda against that. I think. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's get Jedi in there. Basti, Hora, and Wampa. Okay, let's take it in. Let's go after B2. There goes B2. And why was I even thinking about this?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And Gear 12 versus Gear 13, it's so different.
It is. Like,
Yeah.
a Gear 12 Django, you don't even think about. A Gear, like an R6, R7 Django is the scariest tune on the board in 3v3.
Yeah. I don't think I allowed them to even take a turn.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
B12. Alright, so now I've got 2 GLs and 1 Han and Chewie. Which team do you think Han and Chewie will be best against?
I mean, you can just take that Watt out to begin with. and then
Oh, yeah, there's no
tank
Well,
point,
time.
what's the hell, like, you
Yeah, the
probably,
modding on the what?
yeah, what's the modding on the what? Speed.
80, 70.
That's a
283.
decent amount of, but it's you're.
But you know what? I can 223 very slow. Yeah, other characters are very slow. I think Han Chewie works best over here because my Kira is 270 and these guys are going to crit when they go first.
Yeah.
Han goes first, and my Kira is effectively going to be about 310, 315. So she can immediately go and call an assist on Watt, especially since there's no taunt over here. So I think I'll use Han and Chewie versus this. Yeah.
It's gonna be funny when this opening salvo takes him out anyway.
Yeah, that's most likely.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Now we call Han.
Oh,
Oh,
come on, come on, come on.
come on.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Kill
there
him.
we go.
Alright, you're still. Once you get Watt out of there, it's.
Yeah. All right, let's take care of him first.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad about the healing immunity, but I think that's fine.
That's
I still end with
unfortunately
5
when you
banners.
when you go against JTR, you just have to. I was gonna say expect a 53 like that. She
Yeah.
applies that healing immunity, and in 3v3 you just kill him so fast that
Yeah.
there's not much you can do.
Yeah, I'm okay with the 52. It's fine. I've
Yeah.
mostly been getting good banners against these teams. Okay, which one to use SLKR against? Which one to use JML against? Maybe
Who do you
SLKR.
got? Who will go with your JML?
That's a good
I've
question.
got yeah, that's a good question. Let's see what Jedi I have. I have Cam, and I've got a Ayla and a bunch of B Jedi.
I would probably take JML against the Newt team.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
Ayla.
I've got
Yeah.
Ayla for stun
You can-
control.
You could just against that Maul team, you can just play whack-a-mole.
You could. So what's the other team? Like, what's the other attack team?
SLKR, so that's going to solo anything.
So it's.
Right.
So I like. Let's see. SLKR is probably better against the Newt, just because B1's going to drain your banners, and if you're soloing,
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
better to get a
and-
55 than a 51.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and Newt is not going to revive anyway, and
right, and JML, when you use his lead ability, they can't evade it, which is what
yeah.
Maul does. So
yeah. Okay, let's do that. So SLKR against Newt. Let's just take out Newt right away, right at the beginning. Oh, I can't because I've got Brood in there.
yeah,
That's fine.
but you should be able to on the AOE.
AOE. I should have just used the AOE first.
Oh yeah, I guess you could have, but
Yeah. Okay.
well, they let you AOE on a stunned individual, so thank you, thank
Mhm.
you AI.
Yeah, another auto. Okay, so now just one final squad, and then we are open for ships.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going through these teams pretty fast.
That's good considering how slow me and Solo went.
Yeah, right. we were the long ones on stream.
All right, so do I take Ayla in here?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about it, Endall. You're not going to be able to crit them when they're in stealth. Is that Is that how it works?
It is.
So
No, I
Ayla
think
won't be able to. What's that?
Yeah, they can't be critically hit while they're.
So Ayla can't stun while they're in stealth.
That's right.
Ayla, yeah, as long as if they're in stealth, if they're out of stealth, that's a different matter. So, I mean, Ayla still might be nice because she calls that assist. She's
Yeah.
I don't think you need a third though.
Yeah, these two will be enough. Yeah. Actually, yeah, they should be more than enough.
What damage is on that
You're
team
probably
that's
right.
going to get
Yeah,
through
there's
Jedi
actually no damage at all.
Right.
The way I like to think about it is if these three, Maul and Dooku and Morado was there, would I use them to take out a JML squad with Cam in there? This is just no way. So yeah, this is probably overkill anyway. Oh yeah, I should use the lead ability. Why am I not doing that?
spam the lead ability
That
on
can't
this
be,
one.
yeah.
And
That can't
Dooku
be-
disappears, yeah.
Yeah, lead ability can't be evaded. That's the one to use.
Oh, yeah, good. Did you get the banner?
Nope.
Nope.
No, not the last banner. That's fine.
That's alright.
Yeah, without Hoda in there to recover
Yeah.
banners, it's
Well, because the
tough.
lead ability recovers, but it's not a lot.
yeah. So there's going to be the negotiator squad without tanks. That's going to be a weird one. And then there's the rebel squad in here. So I kept my malevolence on offense to take against this one because I know he always keeps fives up front. Fives is usually, when you see fives in the front, malevolence usually does a decent job just because your vulture droid gets to go first.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that.
Yeah. And real quick, just Safer and Daz MK, thank you for the follows. It's been a busy night.
Getting a lot of follows today.
Yeah, no, well, Endall comes on stream, and you know, Endall is Endall.
Putting in work.
So
You know, I started doing my Twitch streams so that people had to be followers to be able to chat. I've been getting way more randomly.
Really?
Yeah, neither here nor there, but yeah, for what
So
it's worth.
I think this should be enough. I don't have Houndstooth.
I think that should be. I mean, as long as you don't hit the 2% dodge, that should be
Yeah,
enough.
let's see. I mean, we can always clean it up if it goes sideways.
Right.
As long as I take out Anakin first. All right. Okay, buff immunity. That's great.
Well, you're already doing better than every single one of my arena battles, so.
Yeah. Ooh, man.
Your vulture
Well,
isn't.
Vulture
They're not
dazed.
dazed. They're not dazed. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I can assist. Okay, let's just go and stun him. And it's good not to have a taunt
Rip.
around.
Yeah, right?
Anakin's like, I'm so fast, I'm going to take all these bonus rounds down.
And
Yeah.
rip.
I was surprised not to see a tank in here, and you know, this seems
Yeah.
to be what he always sets. But no Houndstooth, no Y-wing. Not sure why people would set this team.
People aren't good.
Especially in the first week.
Yeah. The caliber of opponents you face is slightly
Yeah.
different. First week.
Good win there.
63, and against the Rebel squad, I was thinking of just mirroring it. I mean, I do have my own First Order and my Empire, but
If you-
I think without Viston,
Right.
I feel more comfortable with the mirror.
Well,
do too.
as long as you go first, I mean.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
My let's see. Let's make sure.
All right,
174.
Viston.
Yeah, I'm 177. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to go first.
If you go first, Mirror is high banners. That is just... Every time we do it on stream, you need to make sure that we say the caveat, because mirrors can get ugly if you don't get first.
Do I need more? I think that should be enough.
Yeah. You're probably right. I usually bring 3 with the rebels just because I'm panicky, and then I never call a third.
Yeah, let me just bring it in. One banner is not going to make much of a difference. All right. So, do you guys do the wiggle first? And get defense up?
Against this one, I do. Like in a mirror, I do, because you get the 100% turn meter, so you might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess against this comp, it's fine to do it.
Right.
And then go after Viving first.
I usually whatever tank is. Yeah.
Oh man.
There's the 2% dodge. God damn
yeah,
it.
That's the dodge. But at least I got rid of him.
Yeah, you're fine.
Ish.
Oh.
Biggs isn't. Biggs is pretending Vader's on the scene.
I mean, it's still an easy win. It's just not going to be as good banners now.
Right.
I'm just going to get Cassian in and take care of him.
Take out the Falcon, yeah.
Just take out, nuke the Falcon.
There we go.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, yeah, not much of an issue. 61. Yeah,
Yeah,
fairly low banners on fleet, but above the line of shame.
And it's better than if you were to use Finalizer, you would get a 60.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah. 3162. Anything above 3160, I'm fine. At Division 2, I believe the soft max is 3168.
I think it is, yeah.
So yeah,
Awesome.
so this is great. I mean, I haven't kept any GLs on defense, but there's plenty of banner stripping teams.
Right.
I'm sure my opponent's going to drop at least a battle or two over here. So I think I'm safe. There's not much of an issue.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.